So at the top of your paper, okay, we're on a new page. Let's go ahead and get organized. Give you a second to write that down, and then I'll start explaining our examples.
Miss Grott,
Yes.
can you grade my chapter 3 testing? I did it already.
I am going to try to grade those later tonight. I know I need to look at those. I apologize for being slow.
Okay, it's okay.
Last class, we were talking about this slope intercept form, this y equals mx plus b. And when we were graphing, okay, our little sketches that we were attempting in our notebooks, there were two steps that we were following. We were plotting the y-intercept. And then we were counting out our slope, our rise over our run. So the question today is, what happens if it's not y equals? Okay. I won't make you write the question down, but I am going to make you write down what our goal is. So our goal today to answer that question is going to be just solve equations for y. And I'm going to kind of star this because this is what we're going to accomplish today. So my thought is I'm going to walk through 4 examples. Okay, they're all going to look kind of a little different. And then I'm going to give you guys 2 examples to kind of try, and then another 2 examples to try. So a total of 8 questions. Make sure on the first 4, if you have questions that you're asking as we're going through it. So the first problem that I want you to write down is y plus, I have a giant plus sign, you don't have to make a giant plus sign, y plus 1/2 x is equal to 9. And so if our goal is to solve for x, we're going to go back to first chapter habits. So anytime we were solving, remember how we would draw the line through the equal sign? That's what we're getting back to again. So I want to get y by itself. That means I need to move this positive 1/2 x over to the other side. Since it's a positive half an x, I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to do the opposite. Since I subtracted on this side, I need to subtract 1/2 x on the other side. Okay, we need to keep everything balanced. Now, the only thing to be careful of is your like terms. Positive 1/2 minus 1/2, these canceled out. 9 minus 1/2 an x. Can I subtract those and end up with 8.5x?
No, they just all go out written out together.
Okay, we're just gonna drop it down. Now, since we've been writing it with the slope first, guys, I'm gonna kind of rearrange it and do the negative 1/2 x first, okay, my slope. My 9 is positive, so I'm gonna drop it down and do +9.
Your screen just got smaller and I can hardly see it. There we go. It just bounced back and it's blurry, by the way.
Okay, I won't say it's blurry on my end too. I was kind of hoping it was gonna maybe correct itself. Okay. Guys, a key will also be posted, so if you can't read something, ask us what it is, and I will tell you. Technology is working great today. But this is what the final answer is going to end up being. Here's my y, here's my slope, here's my y-intercept. I'm done. Y is by itself. So this is our goal for today. Okay. Let's try another one. We'll see if the camera cooperates. Let's try another one. So we're going to do 3x plus 4y is equal to 12. Again, our goal, we said, is to solve for y. So I need to move everything over that is not y. To solve, stay organized. I always drew my line through my equal sign, so I'm going to do it again. And remember how if we were doing equations that looked like this, blue on purple may not be the best thing. Okay, when we were solving for x back in August, we always moved the numbers that weren't attached to the variable. So I would have moved my 3 first. It's the same thing here. Y is what we're trying to get by itself. And so I'm going to move what's furthest away from the y first. Okay, it's a positive 3x. So I'm going to subtract 3x on this side, and I'm going to subtract 3x on this side. Three minus 3 cancels out. 4y drops down. Be better than my classes today. 12 minus 3x is not equal to 9x. You cannot put these together. These are not like terms. This has an x, this does not. It would be like trying to put together apples and ice cream, okay? Not the same thing. So I'm gonna drop down my negative 3x, and I'm gonna drop down my positive 12. I still don't have y completely by itself though. Okay, I've got to get rid of this 4. Any number next to the variable is multiplication still. So I'm going to divide here by 4 and divide here by 4 and divide here by 4. So y equals negative 3/4 x. I'm going to leave this as a simplified fraction, okay, because here's my rise, here's my run, and positive 12 divided by 4 is a positive 3. Now I have my equation solved for y. What can I answer? We've got 2 more examples I'm going to go through together. What can I answer right now? Okay, I would say, guys,
That's how you make a fraction.
yep. Just keep it as that division. Keep it as a fraction.
Okay.
I think the last 2 are going to be easier than this one. So 2 more examples together. Example 3. y plus 11 is equal to 7. Our goal is still to get y by itself. So in order to get y by itself, I need to move this positive 11. Since it's positive, I'm going to subtract. (11 minus 11 cancels out. Y is equal 7 minus 11, -4. Done. This equation just had no x term, unlike these two. So I'm just going to end up with y is equal to a number. So one more. Y plus 5 is equal to -2 x plus 7. Saida, let me answer that at the end of the notes because I want everybody to know the answer to that. Don't let me forget. I'm just going to keep coming back to our goal. Okay, our goal, we're trying to get y by itself. So here's my y. I need to move this plus 5 over. But I can't move that plus 5 over yet because I've got this number outside parentheses. Explain to me in chat, what do we do when there's a number outside parentheses? Okay, explain to me in chat using numbers or words. What do we do when we've got a number outside parentheses? Perfect, Rochelle. Yep, good, Kira. Yes, Jonathan.
I'm not hungry.
Good, Adrian.
Well, can you take my yogurt? I'm not.
Okay, good, Kyrie. Okay, guys, we're going back to solving equations. So if there's a number outside the parentheses, a lot of you summed it up in one word, we need to distribute. Okay, so I still have y plus 5. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times 7 is -14. We still need to get that y by itself though. So since it's a positive 5, I'm going to subtract 5 here and subtract 5 here. Now, a quick note, because something else that I saw today, if we're dividing, we hit every number. If we are just adding or subtracting, we only do that to the terms that don't have an x. Okay, so I didn't subtract 5 everywhere because we're subtracting versus up here I divided. So my y comes down. 5 minus 5 cancels out. -2x. -14 minus 5. Okay, so that's how you would type it into the calculator, just like how it's on our paper. That equals -19. Good, Khalil. So here would be my equation. So you've seen kind of 4 different types for it. I'm going to have you guys try 4 different examples, but I'm only going to give them to you 2 at a time. So while you're trying these examples, either unmute yourself and be asking questions, or you can be sending me a message through the Zoom chat. But this is all we're talking about today. So once we're done going over the next 4 examples, we'll be completely done with the notes, and then I'll take your question. And that's when you remind me if I forget to talk about it. Give me a reaction if I can flip this paper over to give you the 4 examples. You're good, Jonathan. Okay. Thanks, Kyrie. Thanks, Khalil. I like it. We're getting change-ups of reactions. I like it. Cool. Thanks, Rochelle. All right. I was like, only someone from half you guys. So I don't know if you're just being lazy, but just in case, we'll do it this way. Ooh. All right. So I want you to solve for y for me. Number 5, tell me what that's going to look like. Okay, 3x plus y equals 7. And I'm going to give you 2 of these. The second one is going to be 4x plus 2y equals 16. As you solve 5, send me your answer. As you solve 6, send me your answer, send me your questions, guys. Try 5 and 6 for me. Good, Jasleen. Good, Rochelle. Yes, Khalil. Okay, so I should be seeing, guys, y equals. Solve the equations for y. Good, Khalil. Yes, Nick. Yes, Adrian. Yes, Tyler. 5's looking awesome, guys. Try 6 for me as well. Okay, good, Jonathan. Okay. Yes, Jasleen. Good, Christian. Yes, Khalil. Okay, Rochelle. Okay, keep sending me those answers, guys. Good, Kira. I'm thinking about another minute, guys.
I'm not done.
Watch your signs for me, Kyrie. There you go, Kyrie. And I like it. You guys are typing in questions for me as well. Good, Adrian. So I know a lot of you have checked. Okay, if you haven't yet, I'm going to go ahead and work out 5 and 6. So on 5, I'm going to subtract the 3x. I'm going to write it with my slope first. So y equals negative 3x plus 7. Some of you sent it to me like this as 7 minus 3x. That is still correct. I will take that as an answer. I'm not sure if Schoology will take this as an answer, but I'll try to go through and check, or just send me a message if you think you're right and Schoology tells you that you're wrong, because both of these answers are acceptable. On 6, okay, a little bit more steps. So I'm going to subtract the 4x from both sides first. 4 minus 4 cancels out. 2y drops down, and I have negative 4x plus 16. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. And we're going to get y equals, hey guys, make sure you simplify this, okay? Negative 4 divided by 2 would be negative 2x. I was really pleased everybody remembered to bring their x down. And then 16 plus 2 gets me to 8. So you could have told me this equation, or some of you told me this equation. This would also be acceptable. Okay, but you've got to reduce that negative 4 over 2. Rochelle, do a negative 2 for me. And make sure that you've got your y equals for me, Jonathan. All right, 2 more problems, and then that's it for the notes today. So number 7,
I don't know why.
don't overthink. Y minus x is equal to 8. And then number 8 looks like this. Again, type your answers in for me. Once you're done with 7, type it into Zoom chat. When you're done with 8, type it into Zoom chat. Or ask me questions. Yes, Jasleen. I told you 7 was difficult.
Sorry, is that a 5 or an 8?
Good, Tyler. Christian, I don't like your second one. Good, Rochelle. Good, Tyler. Good, Kirat. Jasleen, yes, I like your second one as well. Christian, good. Yes, Saida. Good, Rochelle. Yes, Kirat. Awesome, 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 guys. Good, Tyler. About 30 seconds, I'll post the answer. My guess is, Adrian, that you have the right answer and you just typed it in wrong. There you go, Adrian. Okay. If you're not done yet, I'm still gonna go ahead and put answers up, okay? Because I've got a lot of you who are done. Khalil, good. So 7, we're just trying to get y by itself. We said that's what our goal was. It's a negative x, so I'm gonna add x to both sides. Bring down my y. Good, Jonathan. As long as you mean that for number 8. Good, Adrian. Negative x plus x cancels out. X plus y equals x plus 8. Or some of you told me y equals 8 plus x. That would also work. Just make sure you're careful when you're graphing of which one's your slope, which one's your y-intercept. Okay. Okay. Let me finish up 8.
Sorry, that was
I
number
think I
8.
can answer your question. Okay, Khalil looks good. You guys are killing this. This is awesome. So on 8, we had to use some distributive property first to get rid of those parentheses. So y minus 7 equals 3x plus 6. Add 7, add 7. Y equals 3x plus 13. You guys did awesome.
That answer was for 8, not 7 in the chat.
It was for, these should be your answers. So as long as you got both of these, Jonathan, then you're good.
Okay.
Okay. So Rochelle brought up a good question. And so I want to make sure that I'm writing this out though correctly. This, guys, you do not have to write out, okay? But it relates to this. Rochelle, are you talking about something kind of like this? 2x plus 5 plus 3x plus equals 5y. And so like Mrs. Bookout, I wouldn't worry about writing this down either. Okay, so if it looks like this, we're still gonna solve it like what we did first semester, where you're gonna wanna put your x's together and then get your y by itself. So think of it like first semester still. If there are multiple x's or y's, combine them first before you kind of go through this process. Rochelle, does that make sense? Okay. So then another question that came up, guys, this material, this is not on Thursday's test. Okay, Thursday's test is the retest of what we were just doing. So that test is going to be domain, range, function, vertical line test, graphing stories. Slope will not be on Thursday's test. We're going to continue with slope after fall break. And then after fall break, when we're done learning about slope, I'll tell you guys when our next test is, but slope will not be on Thursday's test. Let me show you guys though what